Easy. Um, God is beautiful. God is good. Yeah, I want to know why or how I was able to slip whatever traps or whatever y'all been, trying to do. Or thought y'all was trying to do. Actions speak louder than words. I've been saying that since a kid and know it to be true. And even spoken to every last one of y'all that have came in contact with me. Have heard this out my mouth, so y'all know I speak the truth. Anybody could say anything out their mouth. Well, if their actions is not following what they said or lining up with what you call what they said, the action is the truth. You can't hide who you are. Two, two, every heavenly body, able body, divine body of the highest ranks down to the lower ranks, even down to the demons that got my foot on their neck, or the divine got their foot on their neck. They all love me because they know my heart it is what it is. I don't. I'm. It's not a brag. It's just a reality for me, and y'all recognized it, didn't respect it, and tried to stop it. They the ones that stopped it. I didn't stop it. I didn't even know about it. So now you know. It wasn't just God. It wasn't just Jesus. It was all of them, including the ones y'all fuck with. Y'all had your fun. Y'all had your play in the sun. Y'all tasted your power. Y'all tasted, you know, your so-called victory. Am I happy that this happened? No. Am I happy that I'm being given this grace, this great blessing, this great honor, this great love beyond all love, which I'm told that I'm deserving of it. Um, that's still that statement. No matter how what you go, who it's coming from, which is coming directly. It's coming directly from all of them, and I'm trying not to cry because it's really that serious. And I want to ask God now that I don't get all emotional and all snot nosed and teary eyed like how I can because of my heart, because of what's happening to y'all and what y'all doing to other people. you're also doing to me. And if it ain't, you ain't doing it to me. If we allowed it to happen to them, it's allowed to happen to you. It's really that simple. And I don't understand how we don't get that. Well, at least from what I'm seeing, not a lot of people get that. Let's get to basics. Let's get back to basics. Let's get back to the simpleness. Let's get back to really understanding the simpleness. So when we start upscaling again into what we already have, we would know what the flaws are and able to correct them. Right now, with by us or our timelines being so far away from the basics, it's hard to fall back. Collectively, it's hard to fall back. But the knowledge ain't lost. It's just that nobody's searching or nobody's trying to search. And the ones that are saying that they trying to search or, have solutions, have answers, what you call, get popularity, get donations, get what you call a position, get a salary, and they family and children and, close friends and associates, gets blessed through them and vice versa. But yet, it's to the destruction of us, which us is them. And they not realizing it, or y'all not realizing it. Alright, there's some real deep, dark, because I know a lot of people going, did you go, look, did you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said? But what you call truth is truth, and we all have that in us, and it's not that what you call it, it's me saying this, it's me having the realization of the truth of the matter. And how was this presented to me, or when did I get it, is when I was actually in the Bible every single day. Read the Bible. I just got locked up for a whole year. I mean, it's nothing else really to do. Work out, what you call eat, what you call talk bullshit, play cards, and whatever. If that's what you into, which that's never been my cup of tea. I was raised in a house with books all over the house. Quiet as it kept. I read a lot of them. My parents might not think not. Might have thought of that or believe that, because 9 times out of 10 they seen the comic book or something in my head. But if something grabbed my attention, I looked into it. You know how many Matt Bolton books I done read? The Execution of by my uncle having hundreds and thousands of them laying around. It's like, come on, get out of here. Like I could keep going, but and that was just the entertainment espionage and the shadow work and the black, what you call black. So what you call got a lot of that, or was exposed to a lot of that, because what you call it was a lot of that was around me. A lot of holy stuff was around me, like a lot of Bibles. Everything in the house was educational, and I mean the house was damn near wall. The hallways was wall to wall. What you call books. What you call shelves and everything with books in it, and you know the people I grew up with that actually been in my house, that what you going through those years, could actually tell you that there is no lie. That wasn't no lie. Um, in school, I was labeled a nerd and didn't understand it for the simple fact that I just was doing what was taught to us. like this is what you call what was we were supposed to grasp, and whatever I grasped I grasped, and whatever I didn't I didn't. I would always the oddball, stand out, the unique. Always had a different mindset, different way of thinking. Didn't have to, join, be a yes man to feel important or be important. Because why do I need to be important? We all important. We all important. So if we all important, who's important? Hey, y'all know y'all like this nigga hard. But sit back, open your ears, and hear what was just said. Say, I want to call myself unique, which you heard me say that earlier. Aren't all of us unique? Think about it. Even your doppelganger is not your equal. And we have many doppelgangers, or we have people that want to be doppelgangers, or however you want to, call it, clone, or duplicate, replacement. Mm, not just looks, but mannerism, speech. We emulate what we idolize. Think about that one. And that's all of us. We imitate what we idolize. And we adapt, new shit to it. We might cut out or, detach from something old, or keep it going, depends, mindset. I'm learning now that, when even like your house or your storage place, when you acquire too much and as you call it, there's no longer room to rearrange or squeeze in anything else. It's time to let some stuff go for some new stuff to come in. And that's in everything. That's another death. It's a death. And when you die, or when there's a death, there's also a birth. We all know that, right? And if we don't, there's somebody being birthed every second of the day. You know that, right? Where you live at, in foreign places. And also at the same time, there's deaths that's going on. The ratio varies off and on, but at the end of the day, it's time. If that's what you want to call time, eventually balance out. As long as this keep going, eventually it will level off somewhere, and then until it start tilting back into chaos if you know it's not maintained or allowed. But it's part of the cycle, you know. And and the reason why it's chaos is because it's you trying something new. You trying to experience something new. You trying to create something new. You trying to learn something new. And with all things, trial and error. With all things, practice make perfect. true statement if we use it or not, but we all know it to be a true statement. And one of the most serious ones that, what you call it, I have learned, or before I've learned it, I have always knew about it without knowing about it, because it's just in me like that. Part of my genetic makeup to be this way in this form at this time. Because like I said, as far as I'm being told, I was in many other lifetimes. Nigga, I, you think y'all was God? Y'all think y'all was tough? Y'all think y'all tough for before this? What you call, the reactions that y'all getting from me now? I was. They said I was out here wielding with an iron hand, and I know how sadistic or dark or how far I go, because it's what you call. I know how other people stupid can go. If they could present it to you, you know it could be done. Just know this. I just want y'all to think about that. If you could see it, and that's through a TV show, through closing your eyes and planning your plan. But when you plan your plan with your eyes closed or even with your eyes open, your mind or your third eye or your subconscious is creating those pictures, doing those scenarios, what you call lining up what needs to be lined up. What you call, am I right or wrong? If you proficient with your shit, you meticulous. You getting detailed. Your time, accuracy, who, where, what. Even if you didn't think about it, you trying to think about it, because it's an opportunity that that could either fuck you up or prevail you. So you gotta try to have many different scenarios, many different but it's hard. It's easier said than done. But if you had trained yourself, to be aware and to have knowledge, and as long as you don't panic and you have stillness, and two, you really don't want to be in that situation. You didn't put yourself in that situation. Even when you seen the situation evolving, you tried to disarm the situation with the most peaceful and humblest, what you call, actions, that with respect, without losing your respect. But for some reason in their eyes, what you call, they lost respect for you, for how you handled it. But they really didn't lose respect for you. They just pissed the fuck off that you didn't jump for the cheese, that you didn't, pop off and without you knowing, you thinking you just facing them, but you was facing what you call the 20 niggas that had the sniper rifles, the 500 motherfuckers that had the Gatling guns, the facing you, the ones on the side of you had multiple spears and swords, and but they got you focusing on them being off and up off. Oh, I'm King Kong. Nobody got nothing on me. Oh, I'm the devil. Oh, I'm God. Oh, God forgive me for if you feel that I'm blaspheming your name. Only if you feel that I'm blaspheming your name. And as you can see, this video is still going, so he knows I would never do nothing like that, or that wasn't an intent in my heart. Confirmation, proof of what I'm saying is true. Now, You hear the calmness, you hear the what you call the intelligence. And I'm talking to the ones that's still being, even though y'all lost, and you know, y'all lost, but we gonna go out with a bang. Look into my eyes, listen to my voice. I'm gonna plead. I'm gonna beg. I'm gonna humble myself. Because, like I said, you're a part of the body. Heal yourselves. Fall on your face, truthfully. Remember, God read hearts. I said this in another thing, in the other joint, and with the scales and all this. He really reads hearts. He don't give a fuck what comes out of your mouth. He don't give a fuck what you come out of your mouth. Even if you are talking the truth, he don't give a fuck, because if the action ain't behind it, it is not truth. I said earlier in the video, evil comes from the heart. Wickedness comes from the heart. Jealousy comes from the heart. Envy, gluttony, whatever, all the wickedness. Every wickedness you can name. The little ones that coincide with the big ones, and the big ones that coincide with the little ones, and everyone in between that you want to say is in the gray area, but that you call it sits on a foundation. A true foundation, even if it is evil, it's a strong foundation. It ain't stronger than what you call, the true foundation. But it's a very good tempting that you call, as you can see how many he suckers into. To taking the what you call the illusion, to take the substitute. Because it's that motherfucking good. It looks that motherfucking good. It performs that motherfucking good. Until it don't. Now y'all looking at him and running to him. And he turns away before he looks back at you. But when he turns away, he's looking in his daddy's face. And his daddy like, come on now, son. Really? And then he turns around and looks at y'all and either tell you some bullshit for you to, continue to dig a even deeper hole, which y'all don't care. Y'all up for the challenge for the simple fact y'all feel that, there is no saving of y'all. And that's why. And that's another reason why you won't be saved. You don't have belief in your Father that does all things. You won't fall on your face like the devil needs to fall on his face and ask for forgiveness and do what he's asked, not even do what he's told. Because if it was something that he was told, God would say, nigga, you really think it's a game? Do it. And you'll just robot. Oh shit. You'll be there, but your body is doing what God wants you to do. But he gave us the choice. He gave us, our reasoning, and I won't say that he conditioned us, but he allowed ourselves to condition ourselves, and a lot because of our parents being lost throughout the generations, knowing their jobs, knowing how to, keep God first. And how you keep God first is when He's in your life and all the abundance is in your life, and your kid is coming up in all this abundance and being told, wow, all the abundance is around. And then when he see the bad times and he don't understand what's going on, but he sees that it's affecting you, and you be open and let them know what you call we being tried. Our Father, what you call our Heavenly Father, is testing us to see what you call He's giving us a lesson to see if we will see what you call what needs to be seen, correct what needs to be corrected, and always remember that and make our Father proud. Like if you do what you're supposed to do, it makes me proud. When you talk to your children, or when hopefully when your parent did talk to you, they, you know, a lot of children be wanting to make their parents proud, even if their parents is against them or tearing them apart, or which it shouldn't be that way. They're supposed to be building, they're supposed to be instilling, they're supposed to be nurturing, they're supposed to be watering, they're supposed to be understanding, because they know what they have been through and what they have experienced. And if it was a lot bad, they should have more care and concern for their seed that came out their body, that they produced with somebody that they was so supposed to be in love with, right? This is how lost we are. What you call, we out there just having sex with pretty females and handsome niggas for sexual gratification, both bragging rights, some financial, some security, some just because, and invite a whole lot of shit into our lives that they need to be, as you call it, invited into our lives, which it creates vibrations that, as you call, rivet out, not just in your life, but the people's lives that you have touched, or that's in your, your frequency or in your vibration, because 9 times out of 10, the people that we around is in our vibration, or we in theirs. It's funny with the words I'm about to say. Is chosen few that's able to be amongst a sea, 7 oceans, the most deepest and darkest oceans, in the most stormiest wedges, and stand alone, even though he's scared, knowing that he's truly at a loss for the numbers and multitudes. But not just try to believe like I was doing before I'm in the state. And I'm not gonna say try to believe. I searched because I did believe. If I didn't believe, I wouldn't have went as far as trying to do right by myself, not even by man, but right by myself. Y'all don't fear the stories of hell, the torment for eternity of all types of ways. I know all of y'all heard of what you call it, the burning inferno. What you call Dante's and what you call it, Inferno. Like picture picture that place actually exists, but 3D. Even though it's not in the 3D, it's like a split between 3D, 5D, where everything is eternally punishment, torture, and 9 times out of 10, it's what you did to other people. And if it wasn't that, it was that you didn't believe in a God, which is also scary. There's too many scales of different species, animals, plants, rocks, clouds, light, darkness. Too many different degrees. Microscale, beyond microscale. As you call different frequencies, tones that's so far out that right now our ears can't perceive it. But if you get on that frequency or, able to strive, vibrate at that frequency, excuse me, my nose is itching. I know it looks nasty, but you didn't see no boogers in it. But I apologize. Being human, and it was a natural impulse because it was itching. um, as you know, I don't edit. I don't let you go as it come out, or what you see is what you get. This is how my life is. What I present to you is what it is. Test it. That's all I could tell you. Test it, and you'll know it to be true. You might be mad because it's true, but what that got to do with me? I told you what it is. I didn't tell you to waste your time to try to dissect who I am. And then after you did your dissection, even though you ain't killing me, but you are doing your studying, you dissecting, you trying to, open a nigga up, see what makes him tick, see how the brain works, see how the heart pumps, see what the the fear factor, the what you call it, the nervous factor, the panic. Y'all going through at this moment. Not this tenfold, infinity fold. And it's not just because what you did to me, it's all the ones that you have did it to before me. Wow, also wow, doing this to me. You know I ain't the only one. All of y'all know I ain't the only one that you're focused on. Or even if I'm the main one that you're focused on, y'all also focus on your help. Your help is also focused on you. You know the saying, birds of a feather flock together? Number one, that's where you feel most comfortable at. Because, that's how you live. And they live that way. So there's an agreement, there's a bond there. And if y'all hate each other, there's a bond there. Especially when you're collaborating with each other, and in your eyes, feel that y'all accomplishing, you know, draining, sucking out, destroying, killing, are innocent, and maybe not so innocent, but the more innocent, the sweeter it is for some reason for y'all. or you're too pussy to face somebody that's on it just like you, which I find is funny. While all the biggest, baddest joints always try to find the weakest person to show their power to, or, you know, display their power to the other wickeds. And while the other wickeds, might bow down to it or might respect it is because they will go so far with the demonstration that's way over the line, way uncalled for, way undeserving to the individual that what you call that they doing whatever they trying to do to in front of all of their so-called peers or equals, but they all in competition for dominance or to display that I'm somebody. So what you call, or because of how far I am, I'm connected to such and such, such and such, and as we as a team, what you call, y'all gonna have a problem, and then that person, and that's how cliques are formed, that's how gangs are formed, that's how cultures is formed, that's how brotherhoods are formed, sisterhoods is formed, governments is formed. Hi- Hierarchy, also programming of the hierarchy. Look at look at the magic. Look at the illusion. Like I say, I have to have fun sometimes. I might do some bullshit every now and then, but just real talk, real conversation. Even though I'm talking to myself, but it's divine talking to divine, divine, what you call it, acknowledging divine, and divine programming divine to do divine things, be in divine alignment, and be God's tool. Till next time, with God's love, blessings, nothing but love and gifts of freedom and of heaven on earth. I just need y'all, the collective, to know that one of the pieces is here, ready to do his job, able to do his job, in his sleep, and never did it before. But yes, I have. If you want, look at my son, Aries, fire sign, first, you know, sign in the zodiac, first to step out, first to make mistakes, first to own up to mistakes, first to correct mistakes, first to be open minded, the first to be closed minded, the first to be stubborn, the first to be unstubborn. Able to see the big picture, break down the big picture, break down the breakdown, build back up the breakdown, and whatever flaws or corrections that need to be updated, because everything needs to be updated. Time itself tells you that, have shown you that. Look at all the bridges and shit, the tunnels and shit, the sewage lines and shit, your waterworks and shit. Let's really look at that. Even if it ain't with technology, the material needs to be updated. It needs to be replaced. It needs to be cleansed. It needs to be remodeled. It needs to be fully destroyed and reconstructed. Isn't it's, it's been enough of the band-aids. I know it's easier said than done, but at the same time, you can start building another bridge alongside another bridge, and then when the other bridge is complete, like it needs to be completed, in the urgency that needs to be completed, because your life, my life, our family lives, our loved one lives, and even people that we don't know that we should cherish lives are in the balance. Same thing with the sewers, same thing with our waterworks, same thing with technology, same thing with the electricity. We know so much, but so dumb at the same time. I'm not a master of all, but I have insight of all. I have a mastercraft mindset. Chosen's. You should know your abilities. You should know your destiny. What position you play. What positions you would like to play, or already masters in those positions. Because you, whatever you gonna do, you already know. It's something that sings to you. It's something that what you call that just a part of you. And because it's just a part of you, what you call you know it intimately very well. So how can you mess up that position or that job? So there is no fear though what you call if you are having doubt or fear, whatever, believe it, God is not gonna put you in that situation. This is a situation that I swear to God, that you go, He know that I'm like, yo, like I said, those times being in the Bible and you know making those people real, or knowing that those people was real, or putting myself in those certain what you call positions on how they was treated and or what you call from Jesus and experiencing that. I didn't live what you call it, as far as this body here. I didn't walk with Jesus. I wasn't around none of the 12 disciples and experienced his awe in person, God's awe in person, the miracles that was performed through you because you knew God in person. Sit back and imagine that. Everybody on the planet should be able to do that. You can imagine the worst for yourself. You can imagine the worst for the next person. Why nobody what you call imagining the best? I think that would be one of the best things to imagine. Imagine being one of the disciples and experience the true love, unfaithful, or not unfaithful, um, truly faithful love, faithful beyond all understanding, even when it's being shown to you, even when you won't. I'm gonna be experiencing it a lot more, and still will be in awe on for real. You love me like that. How great of a God are you to keep on putting up or having a person in awe I truly feel that I don't deserve the honor. I humbly accept it. Don't get me. I'm not a fool. But I guarantee you, if he put his hand out and y'all niggas didn't take it, something is truly wrong with you. I didn't care how he was looking. He could have came me looking like a piece of slum or the most vilest thing that I would never want to even be around. Like for real, for real. And I will still, I will, from what it would have been given me, I'd accept it with open arms. I'd have been intimate with it, what y'all experience, gonna experience. But, with God's love, one.